Welcome back to the Big Hair Roundtable. Tonight we've got our normal guys here, Blade and Party Dan. Say hi to everybody, and then look at everybody. Hairball John is back, baby, after a hiatus.
I'm
look
back.
At him. He looks fresh. He looks ready to go. Make sure you check out all his stuff down there. John, go ahead and tell people where they can find you.
Basically, you just go to Hairball John on the Facebook page. That's going to be your best bet to find everything. It's the Hairball John radio and the radio show, the nationally syndicated radio show, the different events that I do. I don't know. As much as I can pimp out a name, it's all there on the Facebook page.
It's all under Hairball John. Just look for that.
I'm totally prostituting the name.
All right. Well, tonight, folks, what we're going to do is we've all got our lists here ready. We're going top 5 guitarists from the hair, metal, hard rock genre, of course. So let's start it off with Dan. What you got? Number 5, Dan.
Number 5. I've got Angus Young.
Angus. Okay. Yep.
Just listen to a lot of him. I mean, all through the 80s, before that, after that. His style, his outfit.
Yeah. His little schoolboy outfit and the little dance that he does.
He just every show you just bring it. Every show,
definitely one of the most recognizable riffs.
Yeah, you would know him. You would know him. And the way I chose my guitarist is just that, recognizable, a lot of airplay, all the great songs. Great guitarist.
When it comes to AC/DC, for me, I'm almost more of a Malcolm fan with the rhythm guitar. I don't know why. I just always appreciated him almost a little more than Angus a little bit. Kind of stayed.
Yeah, and Angus. I mean, he doesn't really have like any great solos. I mean, I saw him in, he's been interviewed, tons of times, and he said, yeah, basically, most of the time I'm playing scales in a lot of the songs.
Yeah.
It's just the sound, the unique sound that he has.
Definitely.
Obviously, he has a lot of good solos too, and nothing real fancy. It just
raw rocking.
Just raw,
really good. He has some of the most iconic intros in the songs.
Yeah.
If you go back and listen to it, I'm sure there's going to be a lot on this list. Yeah. But Angus has to have a bulk of those things.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The intro sells the whole song. Instantly if it's good or not right on the intro.
And you knew exactly what song it is.
Yeah.
First few.
So I always wondered when he goes to his closet and he slides the door open, does he see nothing but like schoolboy outfits and goes, I'm gonna wear this one today, and they're all the same.
They're all like the velvet shorts and
yeah. Hopefully it wasn't something as
I think he actually wore that to school. Yeah. I could be wrong. Yeah, I think he actually went to a school where that was an outfit that was.
He's still going to school, man. Yeah, that's why he has it. He's still going to school.
The School of Rock.
Who else could pull that off?
Yeah, not me. And I'm guessing not you.
On stage in front, with the tie and the short,
For the right amount of money, I'd try, I guess.
I think Blade could pull it off.
Blade could pull it off. All right, Blade, what's up? Number 5.
Okay. Yeah.
Come on with it.
I went for the same thing. Just the riffs that I loved in the 80s. That's how I'm going. You've got the great virtuosos like Steve Vai and Yngwie Malmsteen, but they can shred, but they didn't have the known riffs. So at 5, I'm gonna go with somebody everybody knows, and that's Slash.
Slash at 5. Okay.
I mean, just his riffs are so melodic and just tell a story, kind of, and and who else would you? I mean, and then when he went away, and then in the 2000s, they went with Buckethead. Apparently he's like a virtuoso. He's really good, but who do you want to hang out with, Slash or Buckethead?
Slash is kind of a buckethead with a top hat.
Yeah. Depends on whether or not you're hungry. Buckethead's got the KFC bucket. I mean,
right.
He's a breast man.
Might bring some chicken, but
yeah,
I'd still rather hang out with Slash.
Yeah, I'll take one Buckethead. I'll take one Buckethead and a large Coke, please.
Yeah.
Well, with me when it comes to Slash, I kind of think of Slash is a little bit overrated, but maybe that's just me. I know a lot of people like him and stuff, but I don't think there was. I don't know. I guess
Well,
it's
I
just.
mean, what are you going by? Virtuoso, or are you going by riffs and music in the 80s that you know and love?
Yeah.
That's what I'm going by, you know.
Mhm.
Like I
I kind of
said,
just go by that when I think of Guns N' Roses. I just don't think of like, oh, Slash is a great guitar player. I just think of them as a whole, kind of. I don't know. He doesn't stand out to me. I put it that way. Slash doesn't stand out to me.
Okay.
yep.
All right, John.
Well, I didn't go in specific order, so I'm
Okay,
just going to
well,
give you.
just throw them out.
I'm going to give you my first one is Chris DeGarmo,
Chris
Queen,
DeGarmo. Okay,
Queensryche. Queensryche. Absolutely love him. I mean, it goes all the way back to the EP with like Queen of the Reich. You've got like even when you go into Empire, Jet City Woman. I listen to Operation Mindcrime. I still do nonstop. It has to start at the beginning, has to go to the end. And I know that I don't know to what extent, but I think he has the most or the major writing credits in that.
Oh yeah.
So besides being a guitarist, he's kind of the driving force behind the band. And this kind of got me thinking, I am definitely not a guitar, the technique or the understanding of that. I can't play guitar. All I know is what I like to hear. I couldn't tell you scales. I can't tell you any of that. It's just like, I call myself a riff whore, and that's all I'm looking for is that great riff. And he has that. And one of the things I noticed about him is that his guitar playing leads really well. He goes up into the high, and then Tate will take over. So it really
Yeah.
builds and complements Jeff Tate. So there's I got to go with DeGarmo. I think he's phenomenal.
I was just listening to Walk in the Shadows today. I love that song.
Yeah.
Not a big Queensryche guy by any means, but I love that song.
Yeah, Walk in the Shadows is great.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
All right. I guess it's up to me. My number 5, I'm probably taking this from Dan later on, but I'm the same way. I don't know much about. I couldn't play the guitar. If you try, I tried many times, but could never pull it off. Get tired of trying to do it. It seemed really hard to do. And some guys make it look so easy, like this guy here, Red Beach from Winger.
Very good.
Yeah,
Very good.
I think he's a fantastic player. I always heard this story that when he met Eddie Van Halen, one of the times Eddie Van Halen come up to him and said, "I know who you are, man. I'd love to be in a band where I could have an 8-minute solo." Like the solo at the end of Heading for a Heartbreak is just like the whole end of the song is all solo throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
He's just like crazy. He just has a really good groove to him or something that I like. And you'll notice a lot of the guys that I pick are they play a lot similar stuff. So
Yeah.
and then my favorite solo of his is probably on Hungry. I love that solo. And I just think Reb is of course, we always talk about Winger getting the bad end of the stick, and they did. And I just think Reb is a fantastic player.
Yeah.
All because
Yeah,
of the cartoon. That is so ridiculous. But
Underrated,
Yeah.
underrated musicians. All
even look what he did with Erase the Slate with Dawkins. That was fantastic.
Yeah,
He came in
yeah.
there and stepped into Lynch's shoes.
Yeah.
What he's done with Whitesnake,
Yes,
he's one of the most versatile. And and actually I'm not saying we're like friends, but we became acquaintances through doing the show. He hosted the show twice, the Hairball John radio show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really, really cool guy. He was playing with Whitesnake here in Bay City. Man, I'm going to go back 10, 12 years or so. And got to go backstage and meet him. And he said, he goes, "What are you drinking?" And I said, "Oh, just beer." He goes, and I don't think he was drinking beer at the time. He goes, "All right, well, hold on." So he goes into the bus, comes back out. He goes, "It's from David's, but he won't miss it." I'm like,
Yeah.
that's cool. So I'm drinking
him.
Coverdale's beer, but yeah.
I got to meet him backstage time when I was working the festival here too, and then Whitesnake was here, and he was a super awesome dude.
He is.
Paid attention to everybody and was just signing autographs and talking to everybody, and real genuine kind of guy.
Yeah, and as bad as Twisted Sister's "Love Is for Suckers" is, and it's not a very good album, that's his guitar work on that.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, so he stepped in. Something about the producers, I can't recite the entire story, but they didn't feel that that Ojeda and that their playing was strong enough, so they brought in Beach, and he played on "Love Is for Suckers" album.
Yeah, he's definitely strong enough. That's for sure.
Yeah, good stuff. That was a really good. I thought that was going to be a deeper pick. Good job, man.
Yeah. All right, Blade, you start off on this one.
Oh, okay. I guess we'll go with that 4. Again, just who I love and the riffs they play and the music I like. I'm gonna go with George Lynch on Dokken. Um, just under lock and key. It's not love. Unchain the night. He just has really good riffs, and that's just the music I like to listen to. There's when I was looking through this stuff, doing research, I came across a guy I never heard of before. His name is Michelangelo Badio. You ever hear of that guy?
What bands you in?
He was in the 80s, Nitro or something like that.
Yeah,
Nitro?
yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Okay,
Nitro?
there you go. Nitro, yes.
I watch this guy. The fastest. I mean, you would swear that they speeded up him
Was he
doing
the guy, John, that did the thing in the magazines where you could be a shredder? Was that him, or that was Jim Gillette?
No, I think it was because I think both Jim Gillette did the vocal one. But
Vocals,
yeah,
yeah.
but that's yeah, he's like on 6 Red Bulls. He's just
Yeah.
insanely fast.
and he plays a double guitar and he's over and under
Yeah.
in the neck,
Yeah.
over and under, so crazy fast. But again, top shredder in the world, but he has no memorable riffs like
Right.
Doc and like George Lynch has.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
he's probably the best guitarist in the world, but if you don't have the riffs, to me, you're not the best. So I'm going
Yeah.
with George Lynch at 4.
All right.
Yeah, I think he's got one of the best intros with "It's Not Love."
Yep.
When he starts that song out.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
not love.
That's just a really good song.
Yeah, I had him on my list as well. So you took him. So I'm actually not even gonna list them out. But
Yeah.
what I always liked about him is that I don't feel like he dominated the songs. He would just kind of like subtly come in, shred it up, and then kind of just drop to the back and let Don, which is kind of ironic because Don's voice has never been fantastic.
No.
Yeah.
But he would, just kind of come to the forefront and then just kind of step to the back. He was never Mr. Flashy.
Yeah.
But my favorite album with him, and I know that it's probably, most people are Under Lock and Key or Tooth and Nail, but I really like Back for the Attack with him. I think he goes crazy on that thing.
People like that one too. People like that one too.
13 songs from him. I'm like, give me 13 songs on one album.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, it's too bad they couldn't have done more.
Later.
Yeah. Oh, what he did, he did stuff with Michael Sweet from Striper.
Yeah.
He's done stuff with everybody.
He's gone on and Lynch Mob. I mean, holy cow! You look at the Lynch Mob stuff. I love that beginning of Wicked Sensation. First solo album, first sight, and then it's like you're boom, here I am.
I played that cassette over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll get to George later. You probably knew that, Blade, anyway. You stole them.
Oh yeah.
All right, John. What's another one of yours?
Well, I'll take Lynch off.
Yeah.
I've got DeMartini. I know.
Yep.
He's just blistering. That's the only way I can describe him. He's just blistering. I didn't realize until I went back and I was listening to I was looking for my favorite solo or my favorite riff, and it's like all of them. Yeah. I mean, everything,
John.
everything that drives Rat is right there. He's got the bluesy feel with Giving Yourself Away and Way Cool Jr., which I really don't like that song, but I like his guitar playing in it. And then you have even as you go into Detonator, which I'm not crazy about, but
Giving
some
Yourself
of the most,
Away.
Shame.
Yeah. One Step Away.
Way Cool Jr. He made that song with his guitar playing.
Yeah.
I mean, the lyrics aren't
songs,
great, but the guitar playing throughout the whole song, without that song wouldn't be what it was.
Like I said with George, I will get to Warren later. But my next one on the list, I think Hairball will appreciate this one. Mark Kendall.
It's on my list, you bastard. Are you kidding me? Son of a bitch.
But I love Mark's solo.
See, I knew you guys were gonna pick a lot of these, so I didn't pick them.
Yeah,
damn it.
We're gonna cross over a lot of them. But man, I knew that you would have it, John, but I don't know if these other guys would have it. But I think he's so smooth, and he, like you said about Warren or like George, he just fits in the song. He's not gonna go out there and shred it up on top of everything and just look crazy and take the song over. He just sits right back in the song, and his solos are just always like Save All Your Love, the solo for that. I was thinking, how do I describe that? I go, it's just beautiful. It's like a beautiful solo. So many times you describe a guitarist as like beautiful.
It's very bluesy at times. He's
He's got bluesy to him for sure. Yep.
Yeah.
I love Lady Red Light is my all-time favorite guitar
Sure.
solo, and I know it's not like a ripping crazy, but I just think that fits, and it fits the 80s. When I say 80s in the best way possible, it's an 80s solo, and it fits that song so perfect. Even like on Once Bitten, which has been overplayed a million times, but the riffing at the end of that song, the way he just goes tearing off at the end of that song is just like, and he seems like a really super cool dude. So mine, Mark Kendall.
Yeah. And all the stuff that he did when Great White did 2 Great Zeppelin albums.
Yes, yeah.
Where they covered, I mean,
stuff,
holy cow, he's playing Page like lick for lick. He sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
I think he complements Jack Russell's voice really well.
Yes.
He's definitely the backbone to that. That was you bastard.
You took my Warren from me, but you can still talk about him. You can still
Can't
talk.
go
I'm going to
wrong
talk
with
about
any of
mine
these
still.
players.
All right, Dan.
all right. I apologize. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but Matthias Jabs for Scorpions.
Scorpions.
Okay. Yeah.
Did I pronounce that correctly? I had a
Matthias part's right.
Matthias.
No.
Jabs or Jobs? Jabs.
Let's go Jabs.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing his last name correctly, but yeah, I'm going with him for the Scorpions. A lot of great riffs. I mean, you talk about the Zoo and a lot of others, and it's just the intros are just legendary, I think. Very hard, very, it's kind of, what I listened to
That's
in the
what you
80s,
like.
a lot of Scorpions,
Yep.
Big City Nights.
great rhythm. Yep.
Yeah. Just
A lot of
resonates
good
with you.
riffs. Yep. Yeah. So I'm gonna go. That's my number 4. Oh, yeah, that's my number 4.
Okay. All right, John. What's another one of yours?
Well, I'm going to take it before anybody else does. I got to go Dave Benicchetti, YNT.
Oh, I knew you'd take that one.
I have to. I can't let you already stole Kendall from me. There's no way I'm letting you take Dave Benicchetti.
I wasn't going to take it.
I already knew you were going to have him.
Yeah, I think he's not only one of the most underrated, which that phrase gets overused.
Yeah.
But he is one of those that can play and sing at the same time.
Yeah.
And not have the guitar work just kind of become mediocre when he's singing. So he's got the one. In fact, he's got 2 blues albums, so he's got the bluesy feel to him. He can shred when you listen to Mean Streak and you listen to Black Tiger. He's got really patient intros, like when you're doing Rock and Roll's Gonna Save the World off of In Rock We Trust. Great solos. Well, 2 of the things they always open with Open Fire. So when that song starts, that riff starts, the show is starting, and then end with Forever, and they're both phenomenal guitar solos. So if I had to rate these, I'd put them at number 1. If I had to do it, maybe that's from the amount of time I spent in front of the stage seeing them.
Yeah.
But I just think that I think he is by far one of the most elite guitarists of the 80s.
Yeah. You said the word underrated is overused, but I'm going to overuse it right here. Underrated guitarist, underrated vocalist, underrated band, underrated songwriter. I mean, what else can you say about him? I mean, should have been huge. Should have been absolutely huge. But I knew you would go with him, and I decided I will let John riff on him because I know that's his guy. But
give me the charity pick. All right, I'll take a charity pick.
No,
I'm okay
I ain't
with
a
that.
charity pick in my mind. He'd be on my list for sure too.
Yeah,
fantastic player. All right, I think I'm next. Then Blade, you'll be after that. I'm at the elusive one, Mr. Vito Bratta, White Lion. I love Vito, and I might put Vito even higher than this if he had a little bit more of a catalog, because he kind of just disappeared on us. He made a few albums and just went away. But like the playing on Radar Love, the cover, the Golden Earring cover, I could put him on my number 3 spot just for that playing alone. And like when I listen to White Lion, he just shines. As soon as you hear White Lion, he just shines. If you're watching a video, you're gonna notice that Mike Tramp's a good-looking cat. But if you're listening to a record, you're just gonna hear that guitar player and go, "Who is this guy?"
Yeah.
I think here's another Hungry song I had on my list, because they have a song called Hunger that the solo just kicks ass on. I think even the Wait song, everybody's kind of tired of the Wait song, but his solo on that thing kills.
Yeah.
I love Vito Bratta, and I wish he was here. Vito, where are you? Come back.
Come back. You alive?
All
Yeah,
right, Blade.
he's kind of like Red Beach there, where those bands without those guitarists, they
Yeah.
truly are bubblegum. They're
Yes. Yeah.
they are flaccid rock. But
Yep.
you give Winger with Red Beach, and then you give White Lion with Vito, and all of a sudden they have substance and I don't want to say credibility because they're all great musicians, but it gives them grit, for the best that those bands could have. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, those people that really bash those bands as being really, really light metal, they need to listen to just take everything out and just listen to the guitars and solos.
Yeah, the
Really,
skill which
yeah.
the solos are. I seen lots of. I had a kid that I knew that could really play guitar, and I had him try and mimic the Radar Love solo, and he had a really hard time. He could do it, but he goes, it was really hard.
Right.
Yeah, all great bands in the '80s. It seems like all of them had a signature guitar player. They always had, that made them.
Yeah.
So that's why some are still playing today.
Yeah.
All right, Blade.
3. We're at 3.
You're at 3.
We're at 3. All right. I'm gonna go with Kirk Hammett here.
Well, you're
Metallica.
going real hard rock now.
I'm going hard, but that's still 80s.
You're sneaking in the hard metal.
Yeah,
You're going more
I'm
metal,
going
but
hard.
I'll allow it.
Yeah. He came in right on Kill 'Em. I really wasn't a Kill 'Em All fan, but Ride the Lightning is all him and Hetfield. They meshed so good. And, Fade to Black is just amazing. And even And Justice for All 1, love that. Master of Puppets, Sanitarium. I mean, that's just awesome music.
Yeah.
So yeah, Kirk Hammett.
Metallica. All right. Okay. We're up to our number 2 now, I think. We're ripping right along through this thing. All right. My number 2, he's already been talked about, but I'm going to talk about him a little bit more. Warren D. Martini.
3.
We're at 2. We're at
Did you
3.
3.
I haven't picked 3 yet.
You
Kirk
do
is 3? Yes, Kirk is 3.
I'm sorry, Dan. Fire away with 3.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if we were okay. I got Mick Mars for
there you go.
Good.
There's Mick.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
I felt bad leaving him out.
all you gotta do is put on the Shout at the Devil album, and it's
Yeah.
all Mick Mars.
Yeah.
It's just he makes that entire album. I mean, yeah, obviously the rest of the band, yeah. I mean, but you listen to every song on that album, he shines on every single song on that album. He just kills it. So yeah, Mick Mars, I think I don't know if I can't call him underrated, I don't know, but I think as far as guitar players go, I mean, the guitar players that are just guitar players, but he really practices craft, and even in live or in the studio, it sounds the same. Like live, he sounds the same as he would in a studio. So
Yeah.
really, he's just really great.
Yeah, I don't think he's underrated. I think you're right, but what he is,
I don't think so either.
No, he's overshadowed though. If you look at the personalities of the other 3, and he's so subtle, he just kind of does his thing and stays with the mic and just kind of stands in the corner and just gives them the heart of the band, while the rest of them, and rightly so, are the flash. We're the party.
The other 3 are doing the crazy shit. He's just doing his he's just doing his
Mick's the guy that's just bringing the kegs to all of the parties. Everybody else is drinking it, but Mick's bringing the kegs. You can't have the party without the keg.
Tom Lee's upside down, spinning around, and
Mick, you're just happy that he's walking.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, I can bring the hate, commenters. Bring the hate. I love Motley. My number one band. Not a big Mick fan.
What are you on? Are you on 3 or 2?
No, I'm just going on.
How is that possible?
You can't.
I just don't think Mick was all that fantastic, and I really didn't like when he got into playing a lot of the slide stuff, and.
Okay, all right, hold on, because you're hurting my head here. So you're saying that Motley is
Get him, John.
Motley is one of your top bands.
It is my top band.
It is your single top band.
It is.
But you're going to pull out one of the players and say they're still a fantastic band.
How would they be with Vito? How would they be with Vito Brato?
Better.
Ooh, damn. Hating on Mick.
Oh, Warren DeMartini? Come on.
I'm sticking a pin right in your eye.
That's blasphemy.
I think he's, I'm not hating on him, but I'm just saying I think he's appropriately placed. I don't think he should be ranked up in the higher echelons of guitar players by any means.
So is there another band that is of that caliber for you that the guitarist wouldn't rank? So like who's another band that is in your top bands?
Oh, Warren. Warren's one of my top
Warren?
bands.
Okay.
They don't got great guitar players.
All right. Well, all right. There you go. All right. Never mind.
See?
Yeah.
I would
Gotta
draw
be
my
consistent.
request.
And Poison don't got great guitars, even though
He
I would
drives
say-
that band. He
even
drives
though-
that band.
even though I would say CC might be a better guitar player than Mick.
God, you should just move on.
Okay, I'll move on. I'll get all the
Without
I'll get all the
without
hater
Mick,
comments.
Molly has
Oh
a
my goodness.
completely different sound, and I don't know if it would have worked without
Okay.
Mick.
I like the party boys. All
Wow.
right, my number 2. I'll start off this one is Warren. We talked about him already. I think Warren is like the riff king, like the lay it down riff. Everybody knows that riff. It's just like everything that he does is, and like you were saying, John, when you went back and looked at it, I was mad because I wrote it down. I wrote this down right here. I went back to the Invasion album to find a solo I liked, and the whole damn thing was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I was like, this guy is that album is the hair metal guitar clinic. Like and I know that Robin was part of it. You know, Robin's a good player in his own right, but you know, Warren carried that band. You know, especially after Robin kind of went off the deep end. But I love the giving yourself away. You brought that up, John. That the solo on that's fantastic. And my favorite solo of them is Nobody Writes for Free, even though it's a song written by somebody else. But God,
I've got that on my list from the No Break soundtrack. He tears it up in that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, he just rips that thing. I love that. I love Warren. Warren's right there for me.
I had here too, but I had to knock somebody out.
Yeah. You knocked Warren out?
Of my list.
Oh, this is from the guy that's like, no Mick Mars. You knock Warren out?
Warren out. Warren's
Let me get Mick on the phone.
Universally
get Mick on the phone.
known. Okay.
Okay, forget it.
If you asked 100 people on the street, 100 hair metal fans, who was a better guitarist, Warren or Mick Mars, they would laugh and say Warren.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think they would.
Depends on who their favorite band was.
Yeah.
Too.
And here's a different subject that's kind of a spin-off of this is which ones were most essential and a part of that band. Yeah. So, you know, who maybe not the best guitar player, but without them, then that band is just complete crap. So who's the most essential to their band?
And what are you basing it on? Are you talking like a crossroads where DeMartini is against, you know what I mean? Mick,
he doesn't want to stand up. Mick doesn't want to stand up there and play.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. DeMartini's gonna dust him on that one. Yeah.
Sure. All right, I don't even remember where we're at. Blade, you up? You got one?
I already did my 3, so I mean I can give him my 2.
We're at 2 now. We're at 2 actually.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can easily go 2. It's pretty much the same catalog as 3, because it's James Hetfield. He's arguably the best rhythm guitarist in the world. How do you sing and play that tight, that good? And as I was looking into this, they're saying that his internal metronome, whatever, is so tight that they actually use that, to test out or whatever. They use that. He's so tight and just on spot all the time. And to be able to sing on top of that, I think that's just amazing.
And I don't even know really who does most of the soloing. You would think it's Kurt, but I don't know.
It's hard to tell, who's rhythm and who's lead sometimes. But he's just as amazing, just as good as Kirk. And with both of them together, he does this. It's like Robin Crosby and DeMartini. I mean, they're so good together. They make that group. I love it when they have the 2 guitars going back and forth. Motley doesn't do that. Motley's just got Mick.
Where do you put Mustaine in Megadeth?
Yeah.
I like Kirk better than Mustaine. Mustaine is a great guitarist, that's for sure. But I didn't like his music as much. As soon as, like I said, when Kirk joined Metallica, Ride the Lightning On is better than Mustaine with Metallica to me.
I would put Mustaine ahead of Kurt as far as a player. But I don't know. I'm not a big.
So you've got two from Metallica.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
You've
got
got two from
back to
Metallica.
back.
Yeah. So I will say something that's going to make it so that you're going to have to say, you're going to tell Greedy, it's either me or him. One of us is not coming back
One
on
of
this
us is
show.
going.
Yeah. So
Hetfield's rhythm.
I feel that the best thing Metallica ever did was get rid of Mustaine, because Mustaine gave us a better band.
Oh,
Ooh.
You're like, oh, that hurt. But yeah, I prefer Megadeth over it, and we wouldn't have Megadeth if he had still been in Metallica. So I appreciate Metallica buying him the bus ticket, sending him on his way, and then Mustaine stepping out and going, "F you guys, I'll do my own band." And I think Metallica, I think
but
Megadeth is better than
I
Metallica.
bet you Mustaine wishes he still was in Metallica.
Exactly.
For that
where's
paycheck.
I think his
Mustaine?
bank account wishes he was still there,
Yeah,
but I don't
exactly.
think he wishes
Because
he
it
still
wasn't
was.
as good. Yeah.
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 All right. All
But
right.
he was
That
a
was
really
good,
good
though. I like
guitarist. I'll give him that. He
Yeah.
just didn't have what Metallica does.
Yeah. All right, Dan, you got a 2?
Yeah, probably
Is
pretty
it
obvious.
Lars?
I got Eddie Van Halen, number 2.
I was wondering if Eddie was going to come up or not.
Just because, I mean, the catalog just speaks for itself. And when he started out, they had nothing. He built his own damn guitar and made that sound. Like that sound did not exist before Eddie Van Halen. I mean, everybody wanted to be and play just like Eddie Van Halen. So he raised the bar, I think, with his sound. Everybody knew who he is. When you hear that guitar, everybody knows it's Van Halen.
Summer Nights. Amazing.
Yeah.
And the eruption solo, one of the greatest solos.
Yeah, but
played
that
live.
was in the 70s. Ever. Yes, that was in the 70s, and I didn't have him because that was 78. But he was so much after that. Yeah.
I thought of Eddie as like an icon. Like he's in a different space than a lot of these guys. A lot of these guys were come right at the same time as Eddie or right behind him and played, they've kind of mimic him in a way. They get a lot of their style from him. But I thought somebody'd bring up Eddie, and I was like, I'll tell you right now, Eddie's not gonna be my number 1 because he's just in a different category to me.
You look at Vito Brava.
So he's better than number 1.
Like? Who does he sound like?
Yeah.
He sounds like Eddie.
Yeah, you can go back to most of the guitarists that we've mentioned and just listen to them for just like 2 minutes, and you're going to hear something of Eddie Van Halen in there.
Right.
So he's not only one of the very best guitarists of all time, but he is the platform of which so many of them were launched off of.
Yeah, and the tapping. I mean, he didn't invent the tapping of the all that business. I think it was a blues guitarist. I can't remember his name. Way before Eddie did the tapping, and he just kind of took it to another level.
Yep.
With the electric guitar. But
I'm just interested to see if Eddie's Dan's number 2, then who's his number 1? Ooh, don't say it yet.
Well, yeah.
All right, John.
He easily could have been my number 1, but I think my number 1 and 2 are interchangeable. I think so.
So my number 2, and again, they're not in any specific order. I got to go with Steve Clark, Def Leppard.
Steaming Steve Clark.
Yeah, I got to go with Steve Clark. Yeah, I love High and Dry. Everything on that is phenomenal. He took the riffs right into Pyromania, but I mean, even on the first one, where Hello America, Wasted, on Through the Night. But when you listen to like Lady Strange, or is it Switch 625? Is that what I got? Yeah.
Switch, 621, I think it is.
621, is it?
I think so.
Yeah.
They had I think didn't Vivian Campbell step in after his death?
After he died, it was Vivian
Campbell. Yeah.
Yeah, and the way I put it, nothing against Vivian Campbell, but the way I phrase is that Vivian Campbellized him. So it just it took away that flash, just that true. Yeah. I mean, you listen to Let It Go off of High and Dry, and you immediately know what the rest of this album is going to sound like. You have expectations, and then your expectations are met all the way through. There's no disappointment whatsoever. Even going down to like Bringing on a Heartbreak and the melody that's there and the patience that he has with it. I would say and even if you go back and you look at all of the musicians that we've lost over the years, Eddie Van Halen being one of them, but Steve Clark would be the one for me that I miss the most, that makes me the most sad, or makes me the saddest, I guess is the way you phrase it, is not having him here. So
even on a stereo, Gods of War. I mean, the beginning of Gods of War is all him, and that's just I love that.
Yeah,
that was a great pick. I didn't see that one coming. That was a great pick. I like it. All right, I guess we're on to the last ones here. Blade,
Number
start
one.
us off.
Okay, number one. Well, mine. I mean, when you got the biggest entertainer at that time call you on the phone and say, "I need the best guitarist in the world to play my song," you are the best guitarist in the world. So when Michael Jackson called Eddie to play on Beat It, I mean, yeah, Eddie Van Halen's the best guitarist in the world.
Or he was before he passed away.
He was the best.
Like I said, to me, he's in a different category in a way.
That means he's the best. I mean,
for rock and roll,
what?
It's too bad Stevie Ray Vaughan didn't have a hair band.
Well, yeah, you go back. They say Clapton was the best guitarist, Jimmy Page. That wasn't my era. Eddie, he
Shout out
started
to Stevie Ray.
Eruption is in the 70s.
Yeah.
Eddie made it all through the 80s, made, Mean Streets, Unchained. Little Guitars is just amazing on Diver Down. And then you get in the 90s, Summer Nights, 5150, Balance, Don't Tell Me on Balance is just amazing.
And the exploratory stuff that he did too.
Yeah.
Bringing in a Makita. Yeah. Who would have thought you'd bring a Makita to a guitar?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. He was always experimenting.
Yeah.
And look at Wolfgang go now.
Everybody else, all these other bands do have some kind of filler songs on their albums. Pretty much everybody has a filler song. I don't even know if Eddie his filler song was amazing. He had filler songs.
Eddie on Sammy's last, he had a contract to do one more album, I believe, and Eddie played bass guitar on, what was the name? Was it Three Lock Box, or what was his last solo album?
I think they called it Never Say Goodbye, but it was just the Sammy album.
Eddie played bass guitar, I think, on that entire album.
Yeah. Eddie could play all this.
Called them up. Yeah, so they had a connection before. Yeah.
Most definitely. All right, Dan, let's find out who you think is better than Eddie Van Halen, I guess.
I wouldn't say.
No, you said it.
I wouldn't say if he had more time, I think he would be way above Eddie, and that would be Randy Rhoads. He was just starting, and his guitar. You look at Mr. Crowley, the guitar solo. I mean, my God, there's only a couple people that can play. Zach Wild comes close, but if Randy Rhoads had more time, because he was also a classical guitarist. I don't know if
so he was a virtuoso too.
Yeah, so he studied. He was all about his craft. It was like Eddie Van Halen and all the others.
It's the classical part of him that.
And I put him in number one just because I think if he had more time and a bigger catalog, I think he would be number one all time right now in my book. He just died young, tragically. But you listen to every Ozzy song, Blizzard of all those Diary of Madman, Blizzard of Oz. He just came out of the gates, and everybody's like, "Who the hell is this?" He just had a kind of an electric sound. Even Motley Crue commented like, "Who the hell is this?
Yeah.
Who is this dude?" So
it's amazing when you lose a guitarist like that, and then you what was Zach right after him?
No.
That would have been Jake.
Brad Gillis from.
Gillis.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Zach.
Yeah, Jake and then Zach. Yeah,
Jake's the best player Ozzy ever had. Okay.
Jakey, no.
So I have to. I got to ask you this in regards to Randy Rhoads, because this is one, besides doing the Metallica comment that will get me hate, this is what probably gets me the most. Randy Rhoads is considered, I've seen it in many articles, the best rock guitarist or metal guitarist. Like they put him at number one. he was a great guitarist. I'm not taking anything away from that. But do you think the possibility of him dying young and dying tragically has created that legend element to it that has elevated him up to being, because his catalog is pretty small. You know, there's not a lot that's there. And a lot of people base it on what could have been as well, which the talk was he was going to go back to classical, that he wasn't even going to continue on with metal.
Yeah.
So I think that the overall tragedy of Randy Rhoads puts him in the upper echelon when a lot of the ones we've talked about, I think, are better than he is. He was.
Fair enough.
Well, like I said, you know, if he had more time, I think
Okay.
be a different
Well,
conversation.
I think I agree with John. I think he would have probably went more classical stuff. I don't think he had the love of the music, kind of like what we do.
Ozzy wouldn't have let him go.
Sharon wouldn't have let him go.
Sure.
No, he would have
Ozzy
been
wouldn't care
Ozzy
less.
like if he
Yeah.
was live today, he would have been his guitarist the whole way through.
Wow.
You know, obviously every band takes breaks, but
Yeah.
imagine if that happened. And I'm not saying, like I say, if he had more time.
Okay.
This is my opinion. That's why I put him at
Yeah.
number one.
That's
Yeah,
an
no, that's
argument.
exactly what this
That's
all
for
is.
sure.
Yeah.
All right, John.
Yeah.
You got one more?
Yeah, so all of mine were taken. We've talked about all of them, except I do have one. And so what we went through, like I would put Manichetti at the top, and then we would go down to DeGarmo, Lynch, DeMartini, and Kendall. That would have been my top 5. But those all okay. The one I'm going to throw on the list here is Steve Stevens.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Guitarist, Billy Idol guitarist. I think he is seriously lost in this discussion way too many times. Not only, you know, with what he did with Billy Idol with Rebel Yell,
Vince.
but then what he did with Vince Neil on his solo album, which completely made that sound like a Motley Crue album and gave Vince credibility so that he could actually continue on with a solo career. What he did with Steve Stevens, Atomic Playboys, when he did his own band, it's fantastic. Hell, if you want to go back to Michael Jackson, he did Dirty Diana.
Yeah, he did Dirty Diana
with Michael Jackson. And that's like by far the most rockin' song that Michael Jackson has. I actually like playing that one. And then a lot of people don't realize that he got a Grammy for doing the Top Gun theme for Top Gun, the instrumental part.
Really?
And, yep, that's him
know that
doing
either.
with Harold Faltermeyer, who the guy that always does like Beverly Hills Cop and all of that. But yeah, so I think Steve Stevens is absolutely a fantastic guitarist that needs to be recognized.
Yes,
Yeah.
I like that one too.
He's not your favorite overall. He's just a good guitarist.
No, my
He's
favorite
good.
overall is going to go
We've
to Manichetti. Yeah.
But yeah, that's another good pick. But and I would say that I don't know lots of the Billy Idol catalog, but I think that his best work to me, because I'm a Vince guy, but I think his best work would be the Vince Neil album, Steve Stevens, as far as like shredding and stuff. He made that album really.
Yeah. Yeah. I had for what it's worth, honorable mentions. I had John Sykes.
Oh yeah.
You know, I had we talk Scorpions. I had Schenker with Michael Schenker doing UFO and Scorpions, and then his own stuff. I love that. And then one of the other ones, and you guys, I don't know if you know much Steelheart, would be Chris Rizzola. And I think Chris Rizzola in Steelheart, granted it's only 2 albums. If you listen to those Steelheart albums, he is an absolute beast on guitar. So you have Mealy with the high pitch and the so yeah.
Is he the guitarist on We All Die Young too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say yes, just so I can be proven wrong. But yes, I think he is.
I had one honorable mention. That'd be Glenn Tipton of Judas.
Oh
Priest.
yeah, how did we not think of Priest?
No, we didn't bring
Now
up
you're
Priest at all.
well, yeah.
So
wow.
If you're talking
shout out to
Metallica, we could talk
Glenn
Priest,
Tipton.
too.
He obviously had to step away from playing because I think he's with his, you know, what he's battling. But yeah, you listen. Yeah, he could shred it for sure.
Yeah.
I got to bring up my number one. We've already talked about him a bunch, but George Lynch. George Lynch has always kind of been my number one. Even like when I think of Eddie, you know, I think Eddie probably would be a little bit better player, but George is right there with him. And I like George's music better than Eddie's, like his solos and stuff. So I would rank, even if I had to rank him, I would rank George ahead of Eddie even. He just so it's like everything he does, he puts something special extra into everything that he did. it wasn't just background playing. There's always something a little bit going on with George. There's always a little something that you can hear listening, even just during the choruses and stuff. You can hear him noodling away back there or whatever. And I've even heard people say that he isn't quite as good in live in person because he doesn't remember all the stuff he did in the studio. So a lot of his solos
They
he
all
can't
do
remember
that.
them exactly because they were
But Eddie does.
so
But Eddie
complicated.
does.
Eddie forgot a lot of stuff too.
Yeah, that's true.
He did.
And then I'll go
Improvise.
back. My honorable mention, I'll go back
Only
to this
move-
one, and I'll get some hate for this one probably, but I don't care. I like Jake E. Lee way better than I like Randy Rhoads and Ozzy.
I'm there
Bye.
with
See you
I
later.
like Jake E. Lee
Bye.
you. I'm there
way
with
better.
you. Yep.
And I like Jake E. Lee way better than Zach too.
Yep.
Jakey Lee, he could not. Okay, he tried to play Crowley live, and he brutalized that. It was an embarrassment. If you can't play Mr. Crowley,
I
you have
got
no
Dan going
business.
now.
You got Dan going, man.
I
You
got
found
it
that little
going.
bug and you shoved it
found
right
him.
up his ass.
I
He's
found
like,
it.
First you turn on Mick Mars, and now this. You're taking it too far.
The
Too
travesty.
far.
Jakey
anybody-
Lee,
Yes, I
He was a
love Jake.
fill-in.
He would have been on my list.
he was a fill until they found somebody better.
Oh no, he was the
He had
best.
one
guitarist.
album that was good, and actually I like that album. It's one of my
Okay.
top. But other than that,
well, he went on to Badlands.
Badlands
What he did with
killed, yeah.
Badlands is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
nobody would have known who he is without.
He didn't get on a plane with some fool.
Oh my goodness.
That was pretty smart. Yeah.
Wow. So somebody did bring up like how a duo really kind of makes the sound. I don't remember.
Baker did.
Yeah, the one that I would think of when it comes to that is Frank Hannon and Tommy Skeel with Tesla.
Yeah.
I think those two together make that Tesla sound. So it isn't one or the other that really stands out, but together they are the heartbeat and the backbone of Tesla.
Yeah, I like that. I even like the thought of that as like a show sometime. Best guitar duels, or
Two of
something.
them together. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a really cool one. All right, you guys, Blade or Dan, you got anybody else?
No,
honorable
I'm
mention
just
or
kind
nothing?
of still
You're just-
processing what you just said.
You're still
so-
processing the Jakey Lee. Come on.
Come on, man. Jakey Lee, better than Randy Rhoads. Give me a break.
I thought you were going to say the dude in Queen. He's pretty
I thought he
good.
would say Brian May. If you said Brian May, he was done.
Brian
That was
May
gonna
is
be the
better
end
than
of it.
Jakey
He's
Lee.
good.
That was the end of it. That was the.
Are you me now? You've taken on me. You are Hairball Dan.
Brian May has a catalog. Like
That's right.
That's true.
Catalog of crap.
Jakey Lee,
Catalog shit.
like
I would not say.
Jakey Lee was like, I'm one and done.
Oh,
Oh, Dan.
this has been a good show. You've got Mick Mars is not one of the best because of Motley Crue. You have
Don't
Jakey
ever
Lee,
bring a Motley Crue with a
no Jakey Lee. You've got I would prefer Mustaine over what's
Damn it.
Damn it.
yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this has been a controversial show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't all agree.
Yeah. How's it going to feel
different.
next week, Greedy, to have it's going to be like no round table, it's going to be like just you.
And nobody watching, probably.
Yeah, it's the Scott Greedy show.
Didn't Jakey Lee just get shot? Wasn't he shot on like
He's
5
singing
times?
with Jakey Lee.
Here's
He
one
did
thing.
good
I'm going to
shot.
probably get edited for this, but even though we all disagree, I still love you guys because I'm not a Democrat.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's a good way to end the show.
Neither am I.
All right, folks.
Randy Rhoads is a Republican, by the way, I think.
All right. I also wanted to bring up one of our loyal listeners here sent me in his list. This is Jay's list of his top 5 guitar players. And I want to throw this in at the end so we can all kind of comment on it and thank Jay for watching all the time and commenting to all of our stuff. His list starts off with number 5, Steve Blaze, which I'm not sure what band he was from.
Lillian Axe.
Lillian
Lillian
Axe.
Axe.
Oh, you got it. There you go. All right. Bonus points for John. But Steve Blaze, number 4, Vito, which I brought up. Number 3, Mick Mars. There he is.
I like this guy already. Yep.
So Jay's gonna hate me. Sorry, Jay.
Yeah, he is already.
Number 2, George Lynch. Hell yeah. And then number 1, Eddie.
Okay.
So
Pretty good list. Yeah.
it was a pretty good list. Yep.
Yep.
Except for the Mick Mars. Okay.
Randy Rhoads, not on.
Way to hang on
He's not
to
on
the
that
one
list?
viewer we have. I
Come
was
on,
afraid
man.
you were going to alienate
the
the
one
one
guy that
viewer.
we got.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna piss him off now.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Jay, just for the one person that watches us.
Yes,
You're
we
right.
definitely do.
Thank you for throwing Mick Mars in there. I appreciate that.
And then coming up, we're gonna do another episode of Hair Band or Not, and that's gonna be a list that came from Jay. He's gonna supply the list, and we're gonna debate that.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All
Is
right.
All right.
Queen, is Queen on the list?
Queen might
Probably
be on the
not.
list.
Queen's Reich.
There you go.
Not a hairband. Not a hairband, but Queen's
Did
Reich.
we talk that one already? I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
Just kidding.
Everybody, we'll say goodbye. Make sure
Thank
you
you.
like and subscribe if you don't disagree with us too much. Make sure you check out John's stuff.
Let's hear those comments
Yeah,
about
hit the
Jakey Lee.
comments. Yeah.
Yeah, get in the comments and tell me that I'm wrong about Jakey Lee, or tell
Mick Mars.
that I'm wrong about Mick Mars, or
Yep.
several other things. I don't care. I'll take it. Bring it on. Appreciate everybody for coming on. Thanks for being here, and we will talk to everybody next week. John, welcome back, buddy.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
We'll see y'all.
So, yeah.
Take care, guys.
See ya.